Okay. I hope you guys can see me. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope y'all can hear the game too, because I don't think I want to deal with another re-recording session. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Scuff stream by the Scuff streamer who don't know what she's doing at any given time. We're just gonna hop right back into the game. Let me go ahead and move my OBS to the side too so I can focus on game. Now, quick reminder on what we were doing yesterday. Yesterday was investigative day 2. And we basically luminal the shit out of every place we went to. We were spraying every room top down, being as thorough as possible, but obviously not thorough enough because we were streaming for like close to 5 hours. Because we could not find the clues that we needed to progress. It was going really well at the beginning, and it tumbled downhill real quick. But we found evidence linking, once again, 2, maybe 3 separate cases to our, all together. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say two or 3 cases linked to our current case, and so my brain just kind of cross streams there. But yeah, we're once again, just like case number 4, are at a crossroads between multiple cases. So this is gonna be a mess. Welcome to the shit show. Let's get back into the game. Day 3, trial former? Oh no, there's gonna be a 2-parter to this trial. Well, let's hope that I can remember the accents, the voices. I shouldn't call them accents, they're really not accents. I should stop that. Let's see if I remember the voices that I did. Y'all ready? Let's go! Now, I think I have chat up here. It does get in the way of the battery when that shows up occasionally, but I think you guys can manage. And I believe my face cam's okay over here, but let me know what you guys think. Tell me if I need to move it, all that jazz. Tell me if I have to mess with the audio so you guys can hear better. And yeah. Welcome! Hope you're ready. I know what you're saying, Y'all have been ready for the past 20 minutes and I've done nothing but chatter. February 24th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution's as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. What? Wait, Lana? The victim was murdered in 2 places at the same time. Oh, this is Lana. I completely forgot we were defending her and who she was, and I thought it was the lunch lady. And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was, indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. They held her the entire day. We didn't even get to see her yesterday. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. They're just playing dumb. I figured as much. So I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But, Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall. Also, sorry if I have to repeat myself numerous times. Sometimes I stumble, sometimes I just don't like how I sound, and so I have to repeat myself for my own sanity. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall. We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. Edgeworth, we're not even officially in trial yet. You didn't say you were ready! But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Oh, clicked out. Wow. This is one messed up trial. You could say that again. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admiral trait? He's got confidence! Gusto! Very well. Let the trial resume. Before we do that, let me, why is... Sorry, a couple of my windows minimized for, like, no absolute reason. They have no business doing what they're doing right now. So, okay, just moving it all properly. Let's resume! On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first... Man, starting later in the day, it's an hour and a half later. Starting later in the day is really tripping me up. I cannot talk. Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day. You may call your first witness of the day to the stand. just prepare myself, prepare my body. I need to move. That's what I need to do. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Meekins! Meekins! Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Meekins! I hope he doesn't have his loudspeaker, because that'll be trouble in this courtroom. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir! I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is... that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir! It was me, sir! I'm the one who did it! I'll never kill anyone again, sir! You've got to believe me, sir! Actually, what we'd like to hear is, sir, I'm what you'd call a part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, please help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir! Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir! As you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't fault him for lack of enthusiasm. Witness testimony. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. No, Meekins. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you! That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Also, I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you guys. I don't mean to be, like, super loud. I'm just really enthusiastic. I love Meekins. What I need here is more info to work with. I got it. I got it, Phoenix. I got you. Will press. Cross-examination. Why were you assigned there when it's typically Mr. Marshall? Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, don't you? Yes, sir! I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Oh, there's a scary thought. Evidence transferal was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir! The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. No, that's a lie! It was created— wait, no, the mascot was created. The cardboard dummy was made out of our lovely dummy, Gumshoe. That one right there! I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. They just wanted him out of the way. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so he put himself out of the way and into the scene of the crime. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct? Ooh, is this where we get his ID number, finally? Because for whatever reason, we couldn't get it yesterday. Precisely, sir. I have one right here, around my neck. So, then your ID number. It should be listed on here, right? There it is! I found it! This is the one right here. Could you please read us the number? As if you could remember. Yes, sir! It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. He's the one that went in twice. I see. Uh-huh. But the number 4989596 is shown being used twice. Please explain, witness. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen. Data added to the ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on February 21st. Okay, so I initially thought that his ID card got stolen, but this makes sense. So, you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir! A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Ooh. I thought he woke up with the broken arm. Okay. What exactly do you mean when you say you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? Did he grab the blade part? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then, well, the next thing I knew, yes? He punched me right in my face, sir! That's how he got knocked out! About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too! I woke up crying tears of pain! That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir! The Blue Badger, sir! I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regard to that, sir... Take a look at this! It was sent to my jail cell! Chief Gant delivered it to me this morning, sir! The chief? Delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir! That is absolutely right, sir! A videotape, sir! It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room! What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm good at, really. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well, then, let's have a look at it. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, murder, sir. It scares me. He's a man of honor. Kung Fu! Self-defense! No murder intended! A video of real murder. Just, what are we getting ourselves into? Alright, what's on the tape? Hello, Blue Badger. I wonder if it's gonna keep oscillating like this. Yes, yes it is. Yes it is. Oh! You don't even see his face! Is he wearing gloves? I bet he's wearing gloves. With Goodman's fingerprints on him. He came in with a baton! This boy came in with a baton! That doesn't look like Kung Fu! Oh. Yeah, get him! Defensive maneuvers, Meekins! Defensive maneuvers! No! How did he leave the room without being seen on camera? Interesting. Okay. Was there a vent in that room? But that still begs the question, how would he have gotten into a vent to escape that quickly? Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir! That is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Security video added to the court record. Video from the security camera placed in the evidence room. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity in Your Honor. Instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir! As you wish, sir! Witness testimony. Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him! No one else could have unlocked it! What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to be Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. I never know. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. Cross-examination. Okay. Well, let's just press everything until we come up with something good. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir! If you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe it'd be classified as the latter? The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you're the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir. But I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking to them, you see. Relatable. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer to have. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. You better hand that badge over right now. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. He screamed in-game! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we're not in the best of moods. Now please, Be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir! You claimed the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him. And this brings us back to the locker. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir! I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he's tried. If the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir! And this too! How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. I still think he was wearing gloves with Goodman's fingerprint on him. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please, do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust this knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you do have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? There is a problem. It was tampered with. I bet it was tampered with, and that's why we didn't see him leave. It's the only thing that makes sense. Because surely he can't get into a vent. Surely not. And there's no other exits. So it was tampered with, for sure. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. Let's do it. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. We have to point out a problem in the video? Okay, this is gonna be tough, I think, because this is our first time pointing out a contradiction in a moving piece of evidence. First time pointing out in a moving piece of evidence. In a video, one might say. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or... It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Now, were there timestamps on the video? Where's the contradiction? Let's fast forward. Love how the music doesn't change at all. Please be the timestamp. Wait, he's gone already. Let's rewind. Wait, it's not. Wait, it's not the timestamp? Wait, it's not the timestamp? Okay. Yeah, the date and the timestamp did not change. Oh! Wait, why was it broken like that? Why was it doing that? It doesn't lag anymore after that. That's so funny. How do I pause? Backspace. Oh, I have to unpause it before I could do anything else. Wait, I'm so confused. What would the contradiction be? I mean, other than the jerky movements on the Blue Badger, I don't understand what they want me to do here. Sorry, Meekins. Oh! Dropped? No, that was a glove that was in the locker. That doesn't point out a glove that, like, he possibly might have been wearing. I've forgotten what we're doing here. Like, it's so bizarre. It's wrong. I know it's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong for sure. Like, we'll try it one more time. The thing that's wrong about this video, I thought for sure it was gonna be the timestamp, but we played it through. And I was watching the timestamp the whole time. Okay. have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. So, the problem I have with the video, which is why I thought it was going to be a timestamp issue, was that we never see the Detective Goodman leave. We can try pressing the timestamp when he disappears at the end, but let's see. So 1714, 2021. Fast forward. See, here's the thing is, we can't exactly press the guy, right? Can we press this timestamp? Yeah, it's wrong. Okay. You know what? I think we'll just go back to cross-examination and then come back to this. It seems I've been taking the wrong approach. No, I think this is the right approach. It's just I'm confused as to what we click. Now then, the defense may resume its cross-examination. Assuming the witness is still willing to continue, that is. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir! It's my duty as a police officer to help the lost, sir. Great. Now they think I'm lost. Okay. Is there anything else that we can bring up? Because we've pretty much gone through his entire testimony and pressed everything on his testimony, so... Body handprint. Jar. Yeah, I think the video is the only way to go. Honestly, it's the only way to go. What am I not seeing here? Is it the fact that he purposely... Oh, I can't pause it here. I can't pause it in review, guys. Is it the fact that he purposely walked in front of the camera? Meekins clearly didn't. Okay, let's just... I believe it was on the last issue. We'll go ahead and skip through, since we know we have to review the tape. There's a problem. The man may not have been Detective Goodman. I think we call out when he was really close to the camera. We have attempted to press his face when the flag was in the way. But how about we press him right here? It's wrong. Okay. Again. This is the only avenue we have. Yeah. Here is the contradiction. Like, something that's definitely, like, tickling my brain is Blue Badger. Blue Badger lags out for a couple seconds, kind of perfectly blocking The victim's face. The victim's face. And he doesn't do it at any other time. It's like... For some reason, it's just perfectly timed. See? Why is it doing that? So we did click the flag over here last time. I wonder if we click Blue Badger himself here. We could also click that glove that falls out. I don't know. Because it's a little weird. It doesn't seem to be hurting us in any way, so we might as well just click wherever we think. I hate this touch mechanic, man. Alright. So we got Locker over here. We attempted to click on him when he was walking in front of the camera, like so. It's not the timestamp. I don't see a reason why it would be this glove. I mean, we found that evidence in the crime scene. But it's just a little suspicious thing. Wait, what? Wait, it was Wright? Was it Wright? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright. But you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. It was wrong? This is different dialogue than before. The point? What you're looking for is one thing, and one thing only. Something that indicates that the man may not be Detective Goodman. It's wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Why would they give me different dialogue like that? Why would they put my hopes up like that? Now what do I do? Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah. We're narrowing things down, I think. Fast forward. Okay, glove fell. Looks like he's looking for something. Hold on. Rewind. Yeah. Lincoln's going in. Okay. How did he get blood on this? Why would there be blood on the trench coat? There's so many details that I'm like, what is this? Why? Why does this exist? But all of them are wrong. Also, do we see the... Oh, it's the cloth, isn't it? It's the cloth. I was gonna say, we don't see the bloody, handprint. So then this guarantees that he's Marshall, Officer Marshall. Okay. Gone. Cloth. The thing that's strange about this video... This isn't the game baiting me again, is it? The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. I'm about to have a fit. This is the game baiting me again. This is the dialogue I skipped over. But, you guys. Okay, maybe I do it early. Wait, maybe I just do it early. Maybe I just do it early. Maybe I just do it early. Do I click the locker or do I click where the cloth would have been? Okay, I clicked the locker that time. Let's click where the cloth would have been. Cloth would have been here, right? Making a mockery of me. Because would that not be a contradiction that proves that he might not be Goodman? Is because that locker doesn't have anything poking out of it. So someone must have opened it, right? Again? Because even when Meekins walks in... Oh, sorry. Even when Meekins walks in, there's no cloth. I did not pause it. Here, even when Meekins walks in, no cloth. So it's like, what do you want me to do, game? We click Blue Badger. Also, is this the trench coat that Lana Sky was wearing? No, right? That's just Goodman's. That's just Officer Marshall wearing Goodman's clothes, right? Does it have to do with the Blue Badger? I don't think so. Please. Or is it that we're not supposed to do this part? Oh, the internet is chugging? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, give me one moment to address that issue. My internet is chugging, and that's making the stream lag, so not looking too good. Well, this is why we test it, right? I don't think anyone else would have been testing the internet except for me the day that it gets installed. Anyway, we're back. We're back at this thing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do here. What if we just, like... We haven't been able to do anything with this. What if we just say there's no problem? Is there a problem with the security video? No problem. The tape was provided by the police department, so there's no problem with it. I admire your trust in the police department, Mr. Wright. Well, if you ask me, I think there's a problem with what's shown on the tape, rather than with the actual tape itself. This all sounds true enough, but the victim's body was found at the prosecutor's office. There has to be a mistake somewhere. The real thing's so much more intense than in the movies. Here, you can use the player to watch it as much as you'd like. The security video. Maybe I should take another look at the footage. So he does want me to scour through it. Wait. Does that now open up the possibility of us going back and forth here? No. See, I want to bring up the fingerprint test kit. Wait, could we? Could we? No. We can't. We can't even see the file that came with it. There must be something. One second. Okay, guys. It looks like there's still some internet problems. We're gonna try to iron that out. So unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to just stop here for the time being. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and continue from where we left off. I don't know if face cam is okay here. I think I had it in the middle of the screen, right? We'll move that when the time comes. So we are in episode 5, day 3, trial former. So this is the first half of the trial. So I was wrong. We were not on investigative date anything. We were over investigation. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. Also, once again, I'm sorry if the audio is scuffed or it cuts out at any place. I did have to redo my filters with a brand new mixer. And I don't know if it'll like cut me off in weird places or not. So yeah, if that happens, please let me know that also. And also, if you have recommendations for VST Mixer plugins for OBS, let me know so I can take a look at those after stream and, you know, mess with the settings a little bit more to fine tune it. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. Also, I think I want to move my camera up. Let's move right here. Does that look good? Yeah, maybe. This way we're right on top of chat. Or, well, the game chat. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Oh, there has to be a problem. There absolutely has to be. Because we were stuck here for forever. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Oh, now I'm blocking the evidence. Guess we're just right here. This is where we live now. Strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. Well, we are in court. We're here to argue, amicably. Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video? Well, that is what we said. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. Oh, the game kind of saved a lot earlier than I thought it did. Or we did. I don't know exactly. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates okay, you're just gonna skip over that. That's fine. All right. Last time we entered this screen, we clicked like several different items. We clicked the blue badger. We tried to stop the video at points where we could try to see the guy's face, like just a smidge. We clicked the locker where there was hidden evidence. We clicked that glove that fell out of this particular locker. We tried to click the timestamp. Nothing is wrong with the timestamp. So I will note last time, I did feel drawn to that location though on the right side. Like right here, like something to me is wrong here. I mean, besides the obvious fact that, oh, the culprit is gone now. How did he escape? How did he leave the room without being seen on camera? So I think we're gonna rewind because something is very clearly wrong here. The only thing that could possibly be wrong on this side was this top leftmost locker, and we've clicked it already, and it was wrong. So we have tried clicking the assailant. We've tried clicking, you know, the trench coat because it's bloody. Like, what reason does it have to be bloody? He's not hurt. The man, Meekins has a baton, so that couldn't have, you know, stabbed him in any way. Though there is no blood there. But that's beside the point. We know for sure it has nothing to do with his clothes. Wait, this light is still on. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Is this another bait and switch? Like, we did come across that last time where there were two different dialogues happening. And I was like, oh man, we got this so right. And it was not right at all. Officer Meekins. Sir! Do you mean me, sir? As I understand... Oh, this is new! As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Oh my god, wait! We've actually done it first try! I'm so impressed with myself, actually. I mean, never mind the fact that it took us like an hour last stream. We've done it! When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. Oh my god. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Technically, it's a video, Phoenix, but you know, whatever. I won't fault you for that. It's on! Because it's open already! Okay, so that throws out the theory that this guy was wearing a glove with the fingerprint on it. Also, I just noticed you could kind of see his fingernail there, so you can't see fingernails with gloves on. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Well, let's rewind to a little earlier. Oh my god, this music is driving me insane. Like, it's such fun music, but Jesus. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit! Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Ah! Wait, he screamed again! You know what? That's it. I'm not gonna scream for Meekins anymore. For some reason, he has his own voice acting. Like, where was the special treatment for all the other characters? What about the main cast? I mean, I know they get their objections on whatever, but you know. Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know! It must have broken down! Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Oh, Judge! Way to call me not a novice, you know? I am a professional. Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field either. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Maybe something like jammed the system sensor? Something jammed the sensor? Say, there's something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Is it now the other locker? Who we know belongs to, Officer Marshall? The one in charge of the security cams? Very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked, Mr. Wright. Please point out the cause for this. Oh, okay, we're looking for the cause of the jam, which it has to be that glove that falls out. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. Oh, we missed it. We missed it. It's okay, we could do a play-by-play. Please, watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Gonna need you to work a bit faster here, Phoenix. Thanks. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But, sir! It's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the... The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted? What if something was inserted? Say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? Again, gonna need you to fast forward here, Phoenix. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh! I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my... I couldn't read it in time, but I did see that he chokes. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. Oh, don't pretend you know what that is, Judge. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? what was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? Why did we bother to go through it in the video if he's not just gonna bring it up himself? Where's the glove? Rubber glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order! So, are we to believe then that the victim whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility, and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. No, it wasn't! It was Officer Marshall! The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. So I feel as if... What? Oh, wait, what? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir! Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Okay, before we go any further, I feel as though this entire trial former is all gonna hinge on this videotape. So... Great. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well. Begin your testimony. Witness testimony. Mystery Man, Part 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. An ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. I take back what I said about this entire trial former being based on that video, because no, we can now use the lost item slip. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim. Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right. I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination. Cross-examination. Okay. We know what to do. The detective used it, huh? Not so fast. Wait 1 moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. Why, no. All your dialogue's been skipped because of it. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the scene of the crime. That makes sense. When I say the crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half complete. But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order! Order! So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? We're getting complimented! Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. Oh no, he's gonna say we contradicted ourselves. Or ourself, rather. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are 2 grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes? What's he up to? He's gonna be like, he could have lost his ID card after the fact. Bet. That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder. That is... Well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? I completely forgot that there was a murder in the evidence room. I mean, we know Officer Meekins went down, but there was also supposed to be the body of Goodman. But there's clearly no body. Of course it's fake! Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't gonna end well. Well, well. It seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is fake, which means a murder did not take place. Wait, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Okay. No, this is fine. This is good. We can still come up from this. I mean, we have no choice. We gotta win. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object! One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. But... However, it cannot be said that it is 100% unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Well, they are setting us up hard for Officer Marshall's locker. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further investigation. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Oh, come on, Edgeworth. You're slipping! You're slipping, man! Ever since I saved you, you're not the same. Is he taking Is he taking it easy on us? I mean, we know the boy's under a lot of stress at the department, you know. Everyone wants him gone. Everyone wants Lana gone. Like, it's a mess. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Oh no. Mr. Wright? Do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh? Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her... Wait, what is his or her name? What is his or her... What is his or her name? That took me a little bit too long to say. The shame. The absolute shame. Okay. Officer Jake Marshall is requested. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. My goodness. So many former ladders here. February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. Well, I haven't figured anything out. Don't worry, Phoenix, I got you. I'll hard carry you this time. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. Well, I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Well, it is like 20 degrees here, 13, last I checked. Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, I guess I am. Well, I'll come back later. Oh boy. Wait, Detective Gumshoe? What is it? He probably dragged his feet coming back. You've got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run or... You've got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, you mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL9 incident? But, Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them. So I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case. You were a witness? Miss Sky was a witness? SL9 incident files received from Lana Sky. Files for the Joe Dark killings solved 2 years ago. Take it from me. You don't want anything to do with serial murders. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? He's reading! Emma? But why? Oh, wait, what? But why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know, unless... No. It couldn't be Lana? This SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana. That's over with. No! Emma, wait! She ran away. You know what? I just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Bye? Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma Sky. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'd better take a good look at this file. Hand it over! Give it! Alright. Okay. That didn't take us very long to get through that.